Republicans celebrated Valentine's Day this week by proposing some truly unhinged bills, which would, among other things, try to roll back marriage equality by defining sexual orientation as a religion. It's even weirder than it sounds, but as wild as these proposals are, the courts that would determine whether or not they're constitutional are being flooded with an unprecedented number of anti-LGBTQ extremists. I'll explain just how weird things are about to get and what you can do about it on Weekly Debrief. Weekly Debrief is made possible by everyone who pledges their support on Patreon. Head over to patreon.com/mattbaum or click the link in the description to check out the backer rewards. You're not going to believe what is happening in Kansas right now. 7 Republican lawmakers have proposed a bill that would, among other things, define sexual orientation as a religion. This is going to sound like I'm making it up or you're misunderstanding something, but it's real, and it's not limited to Kansas. Zach Ford at Think Progress did a great job of breaking it down, but here's some highlights. The bill says that gay people don't exist and are a mythology, whatever that means. It also says that queers have a daily code that we all follow, and that the rainbow flag is a religious symbol. This law is bonkers, but what's even more bonkers is that Republicans introduced similar legislation this week in North Carolina, and last year in Wyoming and South Carolina. The plan seems to be that if they can label queerness as a religion, then they can say that any law extending equal rights to queer people violates the separation of church and state. So could this work? Well, as a legal approach, it is, to put it mildly, deranged. Any reasonable court would never uphold a bill like this. But guess what else happened this week? The Senate Judiciary Committee voted to approve 44 Trump-nominated judges. That's on top of 30 circuit judges, 53 district judges, 2 Supreme Court nominees, and the Attorney General nomination of William Barr, who ran concentration camps for people with HIV in the 1980s. There are wildly unqualified people now occupying extremely powerful positions in the court system. 1 in 6 U.S. circuit judges is now a Trump appointee. So no matter how deranged these bills might be, our increasingly bonkers judges could look at them and say, this is fine. These bills haven't passed yet, but they could, either in their current form or watered down to still be extremely dangerous, like the bill that passed this week in South Dakota, punishing teachers that acknowledge the existence of trans people. So what can anyone do? Well, the courts are still the best safeguard against wild legislation, so this massive wave of bonkers Republican judicial nominees needs to be rejected. Contact your members of Congress and tell them to oppose Trump's judicial nominees before we wind up with some truly unhinged laws. As always, let me know about stories that need covering in the YouTube comments and on Twitter at @MattBaum. Big thanks to everyone who makes Weekly Debrief possible with a monthly pledge. Head over to patreon.com/MattBaum or click the link in the description to check out some backer rewards. And I'll debrief you next week.